My name is Kindred Lubeck. I'm 30 years old. I live in New York City. I'm from Florida, and I'm here in Rome at Gerardi taking the 160-hour intensive Graber Max stone setting course. I started making jewelry in the summer of 2020, and I love working with my hands, and any chance I can get to intensively train, I take it. So finding Gerardi was amazing. Studying in Rome is a dream. It's full of these beautiful old buildings. You could just be walking down the cobblestone street and happen upon the most stunning basilica you've ever seen. And then you go inside and it's mind-blowing, just the art on the ceiling. And it's just full of surprises. Rome is alive. There's something that will take your breath away on every corner. My father is a goldsmith, and I was immediately hooked. I practiced for hours and hours and hours after his store closed, and I would stay by myself and practice, until midnight. It's difficult for young aspiring jewelers to learn these kinds of things because sometimes the people who do know how to do these things, they don't want to share because they're scared that, giving up their intellectual property might hurt them in some way. But it's been really nice to see that thought changing, especially with schools like Gerardi. That's why I came here, for sure. I'm already an engraver. I'm specifically wanting to learn pave. I feel that pave training is really going to elevate my work, and already I can't believe how much I've learned in just a few short weeks. I think a lot of the time when people hear that I'm a second-generation jeweler, they think that it's easy and that they can't do it too, because they look at my story and they go, that's nice, but that was only possible because she is a second-generation jeweler. And yes, I did have the leg up of my dad transferring the knowledge to me, but I don't think you have to have that. And especially when you have schools like this where that knowledge transfer is happily shared from master to student. My first impression of Gerardi on the first day, I was surprised at how big the school is and how many people were here. Every bench was full of students, and everyone was so kind and welcoming, and I just felt immediately at home. And I even got to sit up next to Pierre, which was a little bit intimidating, but he's so nice and helpful. And so I think when you're sitting next to a master, it always feels a little like he's gonna see my skill level, and it's not that good. I really didn't have a whole lot of pave training. And so it was very, very new to me. So just the way that he encouraged me and made me feel right at home, very comfortable. And having the TV overhead too, I was like, everyone's gonna see my work. But 10 minutes in, and it didn't even matter. It was actually so cool too to see everyone else's work. I would, when I needed a break, just kind of watch or go over to what an instructor was doing and listen and pick up some new information that way maybe on. So there was just always something to see. Previously, I've taken courses where everyone works on the same project at the same pace. So it was very different for me to come in and see that everyone was working on different projects and everyone had a different skill set. They were at different levels. So that was immediately, I thought to myself, how is this going to work? And I realized there were multiple teachers. I was so surprised how well that worked, because it was so different than anything I'd ever seen. But It's so good to go at your own pace and to be able to pick a project that really speaks to you from the portfolio. And I think that it makes things more exciting and less sort of intimidating. I was watching as new students would come in. Some of these people had never held a Graver Max. They'd never used a Graver Max. And I watched them go from very beginners to like advanced at the end. And that was amazing to see. And that's because the teachers are so hands-on and there are several of them and you get this individual attention. It's been beyond my expectations. If you want to join the jewelry industry, but you're just a little scared, you don't know where to start or how to do it, my advice is do it anyway. Just do it scared. If something scares you, I think that's a really good sign that you should do it. You get so much out of, facing your fears, and you learn so many things about yourself and what you're capable of when you do something that's scary. I think make time. You're not too old and you're not too young. Just do it. Just start. I think the Academy fits every kind of person, from the hobbyist to a professional jeweler and anyone interested in jewelry at all, because you can really come in with no experience and leave pretty experienced, to the point where you could definitely start working a job in jewelry. My dream is to always uphold and represent fine handcrafted jewelry, no matter how big my company gets. There are many companies that get very, very large and the quality of the jewelry goes away. And I don't ever want to be that. I always want to have very fine handcrafted jewelry at the forefront of my business. And I want to inspire, the future generation of jewelers to do the same.